performance management process is tied to strategy, and it is an ongoing process connected to other functions like reward systems and training systems. And so it's really important that we get the data right. And there are going to be important data inputs into the performance management system. So for the organizational level, we need to understand organizational and unit goals. And sometimes those are expressed in terms of strategic goals. Sometimes there are dashboards and key metrics that are being monitored. It's also important that we understand the job, and so there's important job level data about key responsibilities, key outcomes. Those again might be tracked in the HRIS, and important that we understand that at that job level jobs evolve, and so we have to be monitoring the necessary changes in that job level data. It's also important that we can bring in individual level data that's relevant to the target, the employee who's undergoing the performance management process. This is particularly important when we're talking about making connections between performance and training. Of course, it's important that we give employees opportunities to improve their performance, to have a system that is fair. But this individual level performance data is also important to the organization as a means to validate their other HR efforts. Like, are their training and development systems working? Are their selection systems working? Making connections between data in those systems, the training systems, the selection systems, and performance data is a way of checking and seeing whether those processes are in fact valid and result in more successful performance. It's also important to consider the data outflows from performance management. It's important oftentimes in contingent pay or pay for performance that we have a outflow of performance data into compensation. Again, we can have value in connecting this performance management data to other parts of HR, in particular HR planning. By understanding the talent strengths and the talent weaknesses, we can be more strategic in forecasting our talent needs and doing HR plan. By monitoring performance, we can also look to see whether there are different ways to achieve the same level of performance, such as flexible work arrangements. There's lots of great technology systems to support the performance management system. I've used some of the more contemporary 360 appraisal systems from an administrative point of view, and they're great because you can tailor reports, you can manage raters and ratees. It's all done by email, and it's a really great process to the point where it can become self-directed, and people can enter a lot of the data through the system, and it really cuts down on a lot of the administration. As you can imagine, without having a computer system, it's very difficult. And I can remember those days when before they were web-based systems, and it was very administratively intense. So technology has greatly advanced our ability to incorporate 360 appraisals into the performance management process. We can also aggregate performance or look at group level performance data and track that. They may, again, be key to connecting performance strategically. And the HRIS is key in getting this data and making it available and being able to pull it and so it can be communicated at the right times. Again, many of the administrative functions of performance management can be automated, just as I had described with the 360 software. They really help to make the administrative aspects both be easier, but also they're more accurate because there's less room for human error. And having this connected through the HRS can allow us to connect it directly to the pay for performance system and directly result in the compensation that results from that.